Hi seniors, grade 11s and 12s. So here we go again. We're doing our review. It's about midterm point in our year, so I just want to quickly go over some things that we have learned so far that may have confused you. And the beautiful thing is in this review, this is a good chance to get caught up. So let's look at some of the complicated things we have learned so far. If note names and standard time signatures and note values still trip you up, you may want to go and look at the midterm review for the juniors. All right, so here we go. First of all, we have looked at wonky time signatures with you guys. All that means is we were used to like 4-4 and 3-4 and 2-4, right? But that has now changed. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4-4 time. Fantastic. We can do that. We loved when 4 was on the bottom. However, you guys get to deal with 8 and 2. So what does it mean when the 8 is on the bottom? Well, all that means is an 8th note, think of it that way, when an 8 is on the bottom, an 8th note is equal to 1 beat. So each 8th note gets 1. So for example, this one here, which we know 8 is on the bottom, so already half the problem is solved. This is an 8th note, it's going to get 1 beat. This is an 8th note, it's going to get 1 beat. This is an 8th note, it's getting 1 beat. This is a quarter note. How many 8th notes take up a quarter note? 2. And another 8th note. So now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6/8 time. And you'll note a lot of times in any of the 8 times, 6/8, 9/8, 12/8, instead of the 8th notes being paired like they are in 4/4 time, they're tripled. 3 of them together, trioed, if you will. Okay, and you'll also often see this rhythm pattern, a quarter note and an 8th note, because it's 2 and 1, right? There's that 3 pattern again. So think of it that way. That's why often actually 6/8 time you can't subdivide into 3/4. I know as a fraction it works that way. 6/8 goes to 3/4. As a fraction that works. In music it doesn't work because we're actually going in 2. So right there, I sometimes conduct 6/8 time in 2. Think about that. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So hand goes down, hand goes up. If you want to see me do it, come and check. But that's how we subdivide that beat. So 6/8 time will never be equal to 3/4 time because they're divided differently. All right, the other one we have is 2 on the bottom. And 2 on the bottom means a half note is equal to 1 beat. Okay? So for example, I'm going to move down this one just so we have space to operate. This has a 2 on the bottom, so a half note is getting 1 beat. Ooh, there's 1. How many half notes does it take, or how many quarter notes does it take to make a half note? 2. So these 2 together get 1, and these 2 together get 1. So 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. Okay? And any of the 2 times, 3, 2, 6, 2, 4, 2, you'll see lots more half notes. It tends to look less active than the other time signatures, is another little hint. Good. Okay, so that's weird time signatures. If that didn't quite click, come and see me, or even actually check some other videos on the internet and see if they explain it slightly differently, and for whatever reason that way clicks. I'm cool with that. All right, moving on. Ooh, that's tiny. All right, I'm gonna let you guys do this worksheet. Do this. This is your review, and I think you can figure it out. Here they've put the key signature in as accidental, so you have to figure out what the key signature is and then match the major and minors. Okay, so major minor scale matchup, so match them up. And what do we mean by relative? Well, for example, in C major, let's take the easy peasy one. What do we have in the key signature? We have nothing, no sharps, no flats. Well, every major key has a brother or sister, if you will, a sibling in the minor scales. So C major, with no sharps or flats, has a minor relative, and it is A minor. Okay, and the reason they're relative, just like you share your last name with your relative, these guys share a last name too in the form of a key signature. Okay, let's try just a couple more. I know you guys have looked this up on the circle of fifths, so we'll just do a couple to test it. All right, so let's take A major. So A major, what does it have in its key signature? Take a second, look at your circle of fifths, try the pattern. Good. 3 sharps. Father, Charles, and goes. 3 sharps. But now the even bigger question is, who also has 3 sharps as their key signature? What's the relative minor? Now remember, if you just go back 3 in our musical alphabet, so when we did C major, we went back 3, we got A. In A major, if we go back 3, 1, 2, 3, we get F. But F has a sharp on it. So it's F sharp minor. Okay? Give that a try. Give this worksheet a try. If you're having any confusion, do come and see me. But just take these accidentals. You may want to actually write them out separately. So read them through, write them over in a corner somewhere. Like here, this one's like all of them. And remember, when a scale starts, both major and minor scale starts on the note. That means if we're in C major, we're going to start on a C, right? If we're in A major, we're going to start on a A. If we're A minor, we're going to start on an A. So then it really does become, what's the key signature? What are those accidentals running around? Okay, so give this sheet a try. Before Thursday would be good. And if you need any help, come and see me during MSIP. I'm in room 140 because I have history this week. All right, good luck.